Did you know that the Nigeria #email #scam originated from the United States in 1866? Here is the story. But before I continue with the story, I would like to inform you that scammers have always been known to prey on people's greed and gullibility. So don't let them trick you by checking your greed and gullibility level. In 2022 alone, the Federal Bureau of Investigators (FBI) released a report that phishing scam email cost businesses in the United States of America over $2.4 billion. Across the world, email scams have become an organized crime, reaping citizens and businesses huge sums of money annually. The scale of this age-long crime has collected public opprobrium across the world, and law enforcement personnel have continued to work day and night to stem the tide. Unfortunately, there have been questions to the origin of scam, and many persons are likely to conclude that email scam originated from Nigeria due to recent and ugly trend of Nigerians caught in the act. It will, however, shock you to know that scam originated from the United States of America and not in Nigeria, as the world may want you to believe. The scam, known as the Baker scam, turned email scam into a global pandemic, took place over 70 years before coming to an end in 1936. It involved 28 swindlers who convinced people across America that a wealthy individual named Jacob Baker of Philadelphia had died, leaving his estate behind with no heir. The scam dates to 1839. It originated around the Pennsylvania, where the city of Philadelphia is now located. A group of friends or business associates led by a man called William Cameron Morrow Smith published newspaper advertisements claiming that one Colonel Jacob Baker had died, leaving an enormous estate said to be worth $3 billion, a gigantic amount of money at that time. They claimed Colonel Baker had no rightful heir. Then they requested that people bearing Baker as a name should set up a local association where people with the surname Baker were able to pool their resources for an upcoming legal battle to recover their share of this inheritance. Now, what happened? Put simply, Colonel Baker never existed and there was no inheritance at all. Smith and his cronies were simply stealing money. Smith and his gang stole around 25 million, more than 530 million in today's money. The scheme ended in 1936, but it is not known what happened to the scammers following its end. Given the first newspaper adverts appeared in 1839, the originators would have been long dead by the time the fraud came to end. The fraudsters contacted people named Baker, saying that they represented the estate and would stake a claim to the property in exchange for a small fee. Approximately 3,000 people responded to this mail, handing over nearly $3 million to the scammers. The scammers were eventually caught, charged, and found guilty in a court of law. When next you hear that the email scam originated from Nigeria, remind them of the Baker Estate scam.